What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Marku des. What the hell is wrong with you? Sorry. Right, guys. President Trump came to Japan.
Yes, he did. And I didn't get to meet him.
And he had a meeting with Takaichi Sanae. Now, Sanae. Is that a common Japanese name? Guys, let me know if that's a common first name in Japan. Anyway, apparently, what do you think he did?
He spoke to her?
He made a bad joke.
A bad joke?
A bad joke, yeah. So,
Ooh.
let's see what he says.
If you all know about President Trump, he doesn't have a filter.
True. He don't have a filter, but I don't think he's ever trying to be offensive.
I'm not sure about everyone, but I kind of like Trump. I think he's a funny person. He's quite funny.
Quite funny, yeah.
Yeah.
He's quite funny, I think. Yeah. So anyway, apparently he made a bad joke, which was in bad taste, and there was a lot of backlash in Japan and in Western countries. So everyone was like mad at him.
Did he mean it in bad taste though? Or?
We're about to find out. So that's what I wanted to check and analyze it myself rather than listening to other people. I want to make my own opinion.
I mean, this is the first I've heard of this, so I'm actually quite interested to see what he said.
Yeah, well, hopefully it's not too bad because he's in Japan and I want him to, be nice and polite because,
Yeah. I mean, obviously everyone, like Japanese people are very respectful people, right? Gentlemen.
Yeah, but they can take a joke. They're fine.
Of course, yeah, but
if it's actually a joke, I'm gonna check if I think it's a joke or not. Right. Anyway, are you ready to hear what he says?
I'm actually very ready for this. I'm intrigued.
Let's see.
Okay, how about one more question for the prime minister? Let me pick a beautiful person from Japan. A question for the prime minister. Go ahead.
Okay, so question for the prime minister. What do you think right now? The setting's beautiful in the background.
Yeah.
Look at that. Is that all gold?
Yeah, it is amazing. Yeah.
Is that like, I want to go inside there. Where are they right now? Are they in like the prime minister's office? Like where do they do
Is it like
this?
the White House
Of Japan? Yeah. That's cool. It looks lovely inside.
Well, I think he said something to compliment her there because she had a little giggle.
He said let's pick a beautiful person from Japan, a Japanese beautiful person, to ask a question.
Oh, that's
for the
nice
prime
for him
minister.
to say, right?
Yeah, that's fine. He's fine.
Yeah. Oh, he doesn't believe he's beautiful. Oh,
He doesn't believe he's beautiful.
he's sounding shy.
With
Go ahead,
Japanese people, of course, no, Japan and US are very good friends. But one question: why didn't you tell US allies in Europe and Asia, like Japan, about the war before attacking Iran? So we are very confused about we Japanese citizens.
Hang on, what?
Weren't you meant to ask a question to the prime minister?
That was literally what I was just thinking. I was waiting for him to say something to her.
Ooh, I don't know if that's a good question.
I don't really like the way he's saying it.
I mean, English is not his first language, but I feel like if you ask a question like that,
You're setting yourself up
for a bad response because think of it. If you're going to attack someone, you're not going to give away your secrets, right?
That's the thing. He's kind of said it in almost a polite manner, but you can hear that it's almost an attack of a question, because
really?
he started it with, of course, now US and Japan are very good friends in remarks to what happened between Japan and America in World War II.
Yeah.
Then he follows it up with, why didn't you tell us about the attack against Iran?
Just in case it gets leaked, the information, or they might be listening. I don't really get the question.
Yeah, neither do I. I think it's a bit of a weird question.
And it was meant to be directed at the prime minister.
And
as well.
that's another thing.
Why didn't you tell US allies in Europe and Asia, like Japan, about the war before attacking Iran? So we are very confused about we Japanese citizens.
I mean, are they confused or is he just confused? If he was in the position that Trump's in or that the prime minister's in or, in that kind of power, I feel like they would understand why he didn't
tell anybody.
Anybody.
Yeah. I think it's kind of obvious why he didn't tell anybody.
You don't want to signal too much,
Yeah, you don't want to signal too much, right?
Yeah,
That's obvious.
Yeah.
You don't want to signal too much, When we go in, we went in very hard, and we didn't tell anybody about it.
Oh, yeah.
because we wanted surprise. Who knows better about surprise than Japan? Okay, why didn't you tell me about Pearl Harbor?
Oh, damn.
Oh,
Right?
okay. Now I get it.
Okay.
Wait, okay.
Surprise in Japan. Okay, why didn't you tell me about Pearl Harbor? Okay, right?
The way he just says it, like,
Everyone started laughing and then realised what he said and just kind of went quiet. Like, whoa, did he just say that?
okay. Trust Trump to just say something random.
And I was literally just kind of, I mentioned that in a bit of a...
Yeah, you were saying it, but you was referring to the entire incident.
Yeah, and he... Oh, damn.
Well,
I don't think he said that in bad
no,
intentions.
yeah, that don't seem...
If anyone knows Trump or watches anything to do with Trump, that is a very, very light-hearted joke.
Yeah,
For Trump.
pretty much.
Yeah.
But it's...
That is a Trump joke. Like, he like I said, he doesn't have a filter, and that is...
I mean, the joke's on America anyway, in the way he's saying it, because Japan made a surprise attack on Pearl Harbor, right? Which was a great strategic surprise attack. It was great, right? It worked really well. The Japanese Navy fleet literally crossed 3,000 miles of ocean to do that attack undetected.
That is crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was really good. But, of course, we all know what happened after the attack, and what followed up was a massive tragedy. I think that's why people are probably mad, not because of it's the Pearl Harbor part, but what comes after.
Yeah.
I don't think he means it like that.
Yeah, he didn't mean it like that, I don't think, like, obviously.
And then I read that people said that he made Takaichi feel really uncomfortable, and watch her face as he's saying it. So let's watch her face and see if that's true.
Surprise. Who knows better about surprise than Japan? Okay, why didn't you tell me about Pearl Harbor? Okay, right?
It's almost like, it almost seems like she can't understand what is going on. Like.
Well, let me say this. She's a smart woman.
Oh, she must be.
She speaks English very well, but we're native English speakers. I did not... When he said, who knows better about surprise than Japan? I didn't expect him to say that, right? Her uncomfortable face when she does like this. So maybe she was already making that face expression. Either one, she knew that he was going to reference Pearl Harbor, which means she's a genius.
I was thinking the same thing. Did she know he was going to follow up with that?
Or she was just making that face and it looked like she felt uncomfortable.
The question that was asked to Trump made her feel like, whoa.
Yeah, maybe it was the question that made her feel... Because look, watch her face and watch when she starts going like that. Not during the Pearl Harbor joke.
Surprise in Japan.
Surprised in Japan.
Okay, why didn't you tell me?
You see how she's gone back like... And he hasn't even mentioned Pearl Harbor yet. He's like, why didn't you tell me? So she either was making this face already or she's a genius and she knows what he's about to say, which is insane. Because
of the question that the guy asked, she already predetermined that he was going to mention something.
Well, that means then she's smarter than me. She's like, her English understanding ability and comprehension is
But if
insane.
you notice, she's looking at the person who asked the question, almost looking at him like, why did you have to say that?
Right, let's carry on. Anyway, I just wanted to make sure that she actually felt uncomfortable because of Trump. But I'll be honest, I'm not sure if it's true. She's already looking uncomfortable during the dude's questioning and Trump's talking about surprise, not the Pearl Harbor joke.
Trump loves Japan. He loves Japan.
Yeah, of course he does.
Like,
everyone loves Japan.
Yeah, Japan's a great country. Like, it's a beautiful, beautiful country. I've never heard Trump say a bad thing about Japan. He always says good things about it. So I feel like if people have taken it to heart, don't take it to heart, because he didn't mean it in bad blood. No. He loves Japan. The people from Japan are amazing.
If you're angry, I understand, but I don't think he meant to be offensive. It's kind of like he's trying to be light and funny, but it's kind of like dark humor, right? And then dark humor, some people like it in Japan, but Western culture, like especially England, we love like dark humor. British people invented dark humor, right? So for us, this is very light. We're all friends now, you know? I don't think he was meant to offend, but let's continue.
about Pearl Harbor.
But yeah, she does look a bit uncomfortable there. She sat back up and like, okay. But honestly, you might be right. She might be like kind of mad at the reporter, for asking that question.
Okay? Right? You know,
He says right, and she's like she gives a little nod as if to say next time.
I think
shut up.
at this point, Trump's kind of realised that no one found it funny. So now
Well,
he's
some
a bit,
people nearly laugh.
yeah, but now he feels a bit like uncomfortable
Yeah.
himself.
A little-
Did I say something wrong? Like,
Yeah. I mean, of course, right? But when he says right, watch her face. She kind of nods as if to say, yeah, you're fired. Really watch.
you know, he's asking me, right? You know, he's
Did you see that?
yeah.
asking me, no, you believe in surprise, I think much more so than us. And we had to surprise him, and we did. And because of that surprise, we knocked out, the first 2 days, we probably knocked out 50% of what and much more than we anticipated doing. So if I go and tell everybody about it, there's no longer a surprise.
Well, yeah,
right?
exactly.
Exactly.
Okay, one more for the Prime Minister. please.
Mr. President.
Are you going to for the Prime Minister?
Yes, and
Go ahead, for the
you
Prime
too.
Minister.
Thank you very much. Japan's DJ Press. Japan's biggest concern is China. Now they're giving us export control and very harsh terms to criticize us. So could you plan? Will you plan to bring out relationship between
I don't
Japan
really
and
understand what she's trying to
No,
say.
she's muttering too much.
China?
Well, I'll be going to
So after that terrible joke, you interrupted the Prime Minister of Japan.
China very quickly, but
And now she's uncomfortable because you bloody interrupted her.
I think I'd
a
really
nightmare.
like to have the Prime Minister talk about China because I know they have a little bit of an edgy relationship.
All right. Anyway,
If anyone knows what that question that lady was trying to ask,
she was asking about the tensions between Japan and China, but I'm not sure. I couldn't understand fully what her. I would go back and listen, but the point of the video was the bad joke anyway. So anyway, the joke itself. What do you think? I thought it was.
I think it's very light-hearted, but
light-hearted, yeah.
again, in America, in the UK, that would be like a very, very like light-hearted joke for us. But I guess Japan's a bit more sensitive country than.
I think some people know it wasn't a big deal. Like, guys, let us know in the comments, right? Let's have a comment of someone saying, I found it offensive, and as many like buttons as people who also found it offensive, and someone I didn't find it offensive, and like buttons on that. I
Yeah.
want to see like what's the distribution. After that, he interrupted the Prime Minister, although he did say, I'll let the Prime Minister answer that because it's her own personal business. But I thought that was more rude than the joke.
Yeah,
But Trump's Trump, you know,
Yeah.
he can't be helped.
he's like, I don't know, he's like the boss of the world, isn't he? Pretty much.
Yeah. Trump's funny, but yeah, anyway, guys, am I mad at Trump? No, not really. Like, even if it was a joke about England, as long as I knew it was all, he was just a joking, he obviously cares for Japan, right? So,
Of course, yeah.
Anyway,
Like he was telling everyone like, "Oh, beautiful person of Japan." And,
Yeah.
you know, like so he respects Japan and Japanese people.
I think so. Right, guys, anyway, yeah, that was longer than I expected for a silly little joke.
For a 2-minute video.
Guys, if there's anything else you want us to react to, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, we're back at doing food reviews soon anyway. I'm gonna take Kane to Sweets Paradise and some other places like that. You don't even know what it is yet, but it sounds good,
I
right?
heard sweets.
Right, guys, anyway, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it.
guys.
Like, subscribe, and let us know what you mean. Let us know how you feel in the comments.
Thank you guys. See you in the next one.
Peace.
Peace. Yosh!